Smack talking where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is Smack Talking Raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom!
Welcome to another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm your boy Pinky, and Ron Stradamus is back in the house. What's going on, partner?
What's happening, big dog? What's going on with it?
Woo, buddy. Man, I had yesterday off, so today was getting back to work was like, whoa, wait a minute. That was a good weekend, man.
Yesterday weekend. I was supposed to be off, and that never quite happened quite right. So I was kind of in the throes of doing some things all day long. And then I came back from Michigan, as you know. It was 12 degrees out in Michigan, and out here in Colorado, it's been, plus 60, plus 50 degrees, what have you. And so my body is like, I got to sit you down for a minute today. So today, most of the day, I was in bed, and I was like, please let me get better. Please let me get better. Please let me get better. And here I am. So let's go.
Good to see you alive and kicking, my friend. Alive and kicking. Oh, do you have a rant to start off the show?
Ooh, a rant to start off the show. One of the things that I would really go into is that we're in a time in the WWE universe to where it is unwatchable what we're watching on the daily programs. Monday and Fridays are just like really just, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's kind of like having a cousin over that doesn't know where the bathroom is, and he's peeing on the floor, and you walk and you step in it the first couple times, and it's like, after a while you yell at Jethro and you're like, dude, you need to wipe up after yourself, or you at least need to hit the target. WWE, you're not hitting the target at all. WrestleMania is sad at the very best as far as like what we're looking at coming into 2026 WrestleMania. You moved the event from originally from New Orleans to Las Vegas, looking to get more hype. The ticket prices are overly priced, and we're just in a situation to where, as a wrestling fan right now, I have a couple of friends, they are non-wrestling fans, and they tease me. They're like, dude, your product, what is going on with it? It's not even enjoyable to watch. And I'm sitting there with them pointing fingers at the product that I've defended for so long. So my rant for you, Triple H, is you got to pick it up, brother. This is almost pathetic. When I'm spending my 3 hours on Monday night and I'm spending my 3 hours on Friday night to watch a product that is down and out in Beverly Hills, I am just not feeling it right now. I'm not excited for WrestleMania. I'm not excited for Elimination Chamber. I'm not, it's like you have our World Heavyweight Champion fighting against Finn Bálor in a heavyweight title match before WrestleMania. So that should be signed off. But there's a little bit of enough of like, well, wait a minute. What if Triple H is totally tripping and he has Finn Bálor win, right? So my rant is, why are you building us up to this main event of CM Punk versus Roman Reigns if, in fact, Finn Bálor does somehow find a way to beat CM Punk? That's my rant, friend.
Oh, buddy. You're not wrong, man. Kind of thinking about WrestleMania is 2 months away. Like we're right there. It's April 19th and 20th, right? And
yep.
It's February 17th. So we're about 2 months away. Elimination Chamber's coming up. Normally Elimination Chamber is something we look forward to, like the Rumble. It gets the storylines really coming into focus as we head into WrestleMania. And it's just not there right now, man. It's not there. And I gotta, coming back to what we wanted to talk about, WrestleMania Vegas being an epic failure. When you have to reduce ticket prices by 25% as a special sale over the weekend, that tells you you're charging too damn much for the tickets to begin with. Like, you shouldn't have to put them on sale to generate interest.
2 months before the event.
Like, the
That
event
lets you know how far behind they are in ticket sales right now.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And I just keep thinking the last year when everybody went out there, and a lot of people had a lot of good stories about the meet and greets and the Hall of Fame ceremony and a couple. Ooh.
Bless you.
Thank you, my friend. And
I'm the one that's sick. I'm the one that's sick, and look at you sneezing.
It's dusty down in the basement, my friend. I got to clean it up. We got, the podcast shows. We're all selling tickets to their shows there. You had WrestleCon in Vegas as well. Like, there was no shortage of things to spend your money on. Like, and people did. And that's where I saw a lot of people say when they moved it back to Vegas, they're like, we're not going. Because it was so easy. It's as I know, you don't need a reason to go to Vegas. And it sure is easy as hell to lose a lot of money in Vegas.
Yes.
Even if you're not gambling.
Yes.
Like, I look at my receipts when I'm done, like, oh, shit, I didn't even hit the table this time. Damn. You order a couple of Incredible Hulks and a good steak dinner, and you're like, man, I'm already 300 in. Like,
man, I miss the Incredible Hulks. The Incredible Hulks ain't no joke.
Oh, dude, love them.
I'm gonna start calling you big time with that, bro. That's the Incredible Hulks is off the chain for sure.
If anybody doesn't know, Incredible Hulk is Hypnotic and the cognac, Hennessy and Hypnotic, and it turns green. It's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome, and it makes you bulked. It makes you like the man. That's right.
It'll get you turned up. So. Back to WrestleMania. So this was a big failure from the beginning. We were excited if it was going to New Orleans. That seemed like a great thing to do. New Orleans is a fun place to have a event like this. Any major sporting event is fun in New Orleans. And then when they just they have The Rock come out in New Orleans and announce it, to then a couple months later pull it back and say it's going back to Vegas. It's just awful. It's just an awful look.
I was there at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, and that was the Daniel Bryan's Yes-O-Mania. That was pretty, like him and Triple H. They put on. I am a very big biased Bret Hart versus Owen Hart first match of WrestleMania, but Daniel Bryan versus Triple H is my favorite match of all time to start WrestleMania, because it just made sense that Triple H would be fighting against Randy Orton and Batista at the end of the show, and Daniel Bryan and Triple H put on such a quality match in that match. And then you had the debut of the Shield coming out at that time, and all of the different things that they had going on for WrestleMania 30. And here we are, WrestleMania 42, and it's just I've been to 11 of them, Pinky, and this reminds me of WrestleMania 2000. WrestleMania 2000, there was not one singles match on that card, and it was just terrible. You had shoot, I can't even remember his name. You had the Right to Censor guys. They were wrestling, and just to kind of put things in perspective, it was horrible, the WrestleMania that we went to. But you know what? We got 2 months for them to put something together. At least we might have the Grande Americanos going against each other one-on-one. Mask versus mask at WrestleMania. I can see it happening right now. That's the one I'm looking forward to. So let's go. I want to see who's underneath the mask.
I have a feeling that is not happening at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
I have a feeling that's happening at the AAA event in March.
Okay.
There's a one of their major events happens in the middle of March 14th, I believe, is when it's happening. I think that's when we get that match. But I would love for that to be at WrestleMania. I actually am digging this. They came out last night when El Grande had a number one contender match against Penta. Yeah. And OG El Grande came out, and he's got the beard, he's got the goatee going, and he's got his little thing, and he doesn't speak no Spanish. I love that, and again, Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser can wrestle. Those dudes can wrestle, so it's a fun thing. I look forward to. I would agree with you. I hope it's at WrestleMania 42 because that would be fun. That's a fun match to get, where loser takes the mask off, and then we can get one of those guys back to just doing what they do. Let me ask this question: are we almost to the point now where TKO is going to have to start reevaluating their ticket prices?
Yeah, I think that TKO has taken an ass kicking. I think that, long story short, with regards to the product that they've been putting on, they got into the Netflix game. They re-upped with USA with SmackDown, and then they went to ESPN, and it's just a global failure for WWE right now. Just a global failure. I mean, across the board, whenever I'm listening to any podcast or any streaming talk about WWE, everybody's doing exactly what I'm doing, complaining. It is the worst product I've ever seen in the history of watching wrestling. And I watched Glow, bro, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So right now we are in a situation to where I don't know what Triple H and their band of characters do from this point. I don't know if Triple H can rebound from this. I think that they may have to find someone else, and I think that eventually the group in Saudi Arabia is going to be the group that buys WWE so they can throw a bunch of money at it, and then they won't be boosting ticket prices and stuff like that because they have enough money already to make the product good. So that's the only thing I can see is TKO. I think that they sell WWE because they don't see it as a positive asset for them.
I mean, it's tough though because they own UFC, they own the PBR Rodeo, they own a couple other things as well. That'd be a tough sell, but I think we're not quite there yet, but I do think we're getting close of TKO starting to go, okay, I think we've overpriced ourselves to where now we can't sell these shows out. So we need to get that fixed. Unlike you, Ron, I'm easy to please, so I am not as there are a couple Raws and SmackDowns where I go, okay, yeah, that wasn't great. But then there's ones where I'm rather entertained. So again, but I'm a little bit easier to please than you are.
I've been doing this for a long time, friend, and you've come a long way because, bro, when we first got together, I would talk to you about wrestling, and like I could really swim around you as far as like all the stuff that we were talking about and everything like that. And nowadays, you're the dude. You got it going on. You have the dexterity of knowing exactly what's happening with regards to each program, whether it be NXT, LFG, even AEW now. We're having some conversations about that, of which we will be at AEW next Wednesday night here in Denver, checking them out live and in color. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, man, I'm just really disappointed in the product that's on the field right now.
Let's talk about AEW. Thanks for that lead in, Ron. You didn't even know I wanted to talk about it.
I'm reading your mind, bro. I'm in it to win it.
So again, I've been watching AEW, at least Dynamite. They have two shows, Dynamite on Wednesdays. They have Collision on Saturdays. I can't fit both of them in, so I just do Dynamite. And I did watch this weekend. They had their kind of like a Saturday night's main event, I would say. It was kind of like what this show was, Grand Slam Australia. I'm telling you, man, there was a ladder match on that between Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
I was like concerned for their safety.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my God. they were snapping ladders in half. And I'm sitting there just going, so one of those times when you snap that ladder in half and it creates a jagged edge, it's going to cut the shit out of you.
Yeah, we're going to see a death in the ring. I feel you. Yep.
But it was highly entertaining. AEW, I don't think, again, they don't have the production value that WWE has, but they put out as good a content and as good a matches. And I think there's more aggression in AEW. Like when people come out and they're talking shit and saying they hate each other, I believe they don't like each other. Like they got me. And AEW, MJF, Adam Hangman Page, Swerve Strickland, Kenny Omega, those
The
dudes
MVP Tony Storm,
Andrade. On the women's side, I will say that what I have noticed, the women's side is not like it is in WWE, where there's a lot of really good women in WWE. AEW's women's roster is not amazing. They've got a couple good ones, but they don't give them. It's like they don't showcase them enough. They kind of don't give them enough to really gravitate towards. So it's easy to gravitate to Toni Storm. She's such a character. It's just that's what I've noticed watching AEW the last month is that the women's division's not as good and they don't showcase them as much, which when you've got a pretty darn good men's roster, I get it. Like that's where they focus a lot of their time and energy.
Well, Toni Storm, she was my MVP last year for all of wrestling. She was absolutely incredible. Must watch TV. I was watching Roman Reigns' interview about being gone for the last 2 years. He was I forget which interview session he was on, but he was talking about I gave all these young guys 2 years to kind of get themselves on par, and here we are. He's like, I'm 40 years old and I can still make it happen, so I'm coming back to do what I do. And it's really cool that somebody's stepping up because it's kind of when John Cena stepped up during the end of the Attitude Era. Vince McMahon says, I want somebody to come out with the ruthless aggression. And John Cena was like, all right, I'll do it. Well, that's what Roman Reigns kind of said. He's like, I've already been the champion for 4 years, but this company needs a boost. And immediately when he came out on Netflix, when him and Punk were talking, he brought in 750,000 people to watch him and Punk's segment where they were only on for like 10 minutes talking. That's a huge, huge boost for one human being to bring in a third of the show for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Because WWE, and I'm sorry about my dogs, guys, but they're agreeing with me, that Roman Reigns, he has been the catalyst of our product for so long, and we need to let that ride out for a while. Let the champ be the champ until somebody can come and beat the champ. Cody came and he did it, but Cody hasn't had the mettle to be the guy. He's not the dude. He's just a dude. And,
well, I will disagree with you on that point. I think Cody is the dude. The problem is we don't have enough villains to create interesting storylines to continue that momentum that he had after beating Roman. I don't think that's any fault of Cody.
And
Cody has stepped up as the quarterback.
With you on that, I say that we have Randy Orton. We could have done a Roman Reigns.
Unleash Randy Orton.
Damian Priest came over to SmackDown, and they've done absolutely nothing with him. You had Drew McIntyre, who he was beating at 12 times in a row or whatever. You have all these characters over there. He's had some competitors.
But is that Cody's fault or is that booking's fault? And building up those characters. Like, I actually like Jacob Fatu and Cody starting to have this feud between them. I have enjoyed some of the recent Drew and Cody stuff. But other than that, like, they didn't send a Damian Priest on fire after him. They didn't send Aleister Black coming from the depths of the darkness after him, right? Like, that's not Cody's fault. You know, It's one of
Well,
those
that's
things.
because the champ that he is, right? He's a soft baby face. He's not like a killer. I mean, he went into the John Cena match and he was a John Cena hardcore match guy, what have you, but he's not been. I mean, because like in all honesty, Solo Sikoa should have showed up stronger. During the time where he was in the bloodline, he was the muscle. And all of a sudden he comes out and he has a comedy gimmick as a single wrestler.
So,
And you're right, the writing is terrible. Cody as the babyface champion, you want to have a monster heel. Maybe they should have moved Gunther over on that side. Maybe they should have done a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, a part of it is you have to match the champion with the competition. If you don't have the right competition, just the same as Gunther. Gunther was the champion, and they had Sami Zayn beat him for the Intercontinental Champion. Then they had Jey Uso beat him. How could either one of those guys, even if they were in a triple threat match, beat Gunther for the title? You know what I'm saying? Ever.
the only way Gunther loses is if he gets hit by the ring bell and he's outside the ring. That's the only way Gunther loses.
Thank you.
Somebody's got to really put it to him before he's out of there. So, all right, Ron. Well, I love it when we can agree to disagree. And I got a couple quick topics I just wanted to throw your way. I am happy. I'm excited to go see AEW next week. We got to talk about the logistics to get into the show. So I got some updates for you there. All right. Can we get this man into the U.S. title scene? What do you think?
I think that's his destiny. He's either gonna superstar up because I know everybody's digging his music and stuff like that, and they dig his like coming in but either he's gonna go superstar up or they're gonna get rid of him. He'll be featured endeavored here soon.
I'm digging the toxic masculinity shtick. I just think it's hilarious. I think that leads him to be a guy that you're either rooting for or you're wanting to see him get his ass kicked. Like you're one of the two. And so every week you're happy because he's either having a good time calling people toxic or he's getting his ass kicked. So I'm behind Kit Wilson. This guy is over. And his Titantron, his new Titantron, not this one, and his entrance song is pretty dope. All right. I got a really good one here for you. I was thinking about this. I actually had this for last week and I forgot to ask it. Has Kiana James outshined Julia?
And that's sad. Yes. Julia is an incredible in-ring performer. Incredible. And she's lost in the sauce. That United States Championship is like a curse. The only one that has relatively played it well was Chelsea Green. She's the only one that's relatively played it well. Zelina Vega got lost in it. Julia's getting lost in it. It's one of those things to where that title has got a curse on it right now. Julia not being a big talker and having Kiana James behind her, it's making Kiana James stand out. So if I was WWE, I would have Kiana James turn on Julia at some point in time and win that belt because it would bring more prestige to it than having a great wrestler that can't really communicate with the audience or connect with the audience, just holding it.
Oh, man. Yeah, this last SmackDown, I can't remember what she was. I think she was in a qualify. I don't remember. The most recent SmackDown that Julia came out, there was like nothing from the crowd.
Nothing.
And it was like, I'm like, what's going on? Julia is awesome. Like, she's awesome. Her presentation, her music's okay, but her presentation's great. She looks great. She's great in the ring. But the fact that we haven't gotten to a point that she's better now, but she's still not to a point where she can really, you can't really have a feud with Julia. You know, she's not quite at Asuka level yet.
No.
Where Asuka can yell at you in Japanese and then flip over to English just like that, right? That's where we need to get Julia. We need to get her to that point so she can stand on her own. This pairing with Kiana James, though, all it's done is lift Kiana James up.
Right. Kiana James is going to the next level, and Julia's kind of like she's just an afterthought in the whole brigade for sure.
And what's crazy? AEW would have Julia as a star right now, like an epic superstar. They would have her destroy everybody. So this has been it's been sad. It's been sad. Does LA Knight win gold this year?
I'm watching this dude. He's got it all. And Triple H is obviously not a big backer of LA Knight. He's just not. Does he win gold? How does he get there? Does he get there with the Money in the Bank briefcase? I mean, because I want to go back a year and 4 months. So John Cena and him tagged together, and John Cena was going to give LA Knight the rub, and LA Knight kind of shrugged him off like, I don't need your rub, John Cena, if you remember that. And they never did anything with that, and they never will, because John Cena is retired. So if you don't capitalize on John Cena giving this dude a rub, who's going to give him a rub?
This guy is just, he's not quite on The Rock's level, but man, when he's got the mic in his hands, I'm listening.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope he wins gold. I think I agree with you. I don't know. Maybe he talked about Stephanie's boobs to Triple H, or like he pissed him off in some way, somehow. And Triple H is like, you will never win gold in my company.
Ever.
So, I will say I was not a big, my story with LA Knight, I was not a big LA Knight fan while he was on SmackDown. I don't know what changed, but ever since he came over to Raw, man, I really enjoy LA Knight. I got an LA Knight t-shirt. I got LA Knight toys. I got a LA Knight Funko on the way right now. It'll be here on Thursday for my desk at work. I'm all in. Hopefully LA Knight will get it done.
Yeah, when I'm looking at the WWE roster right now, I just am so disappointed in how they're being utilized. I mean, like, let's just go back 2 years, because I was at WrestleMania 2 years ago. I was there, WrestleMania 40. You had the whole thing of the breakdown with Cody and Seth Rollins against The Rock and Roman Reigns, and that all blew up at the Las Vegas event, and it was like, dude, this is so awesome. And then you had Jade Cargill was just coming on board. You had Cody Rhodes fighting against Roman Reigns. You had all of these different facets inside of the ring, which were cool. You had CM Punk coming back. You had Drew versus Cody, and Drew winning and then getting cashed in by Damian Priest. It was exciting. The very next year, it sucks. And this year, it's even worse. And this dude could be somebody that's in the mix of it, making it exciting, because the fans aren't going to, I'm like getting sick of this. You know what I mean? Like you could have everybody like, Triple H, come on, man. Come on.
He's ready. He's strapped that gold on him, and let's have some fun. And yes,
I just don't see his road to getting a belt. Your question was, do I see a belt on him this year? I don't see a way that they're going to get to a belt, because they're going to either put a belt on Roman, or they're going to put a belt on Seth on Monday Night Raw. Then you got on SmackDown, they're going to put a belt on Cody, or they're going to put a belt on Drew for a while. So where does he fit?
It's tough.
And
now,
Braun Breaker's in the background.
Well, Braun Breaker's going to be out for 6 to 9 months. He had I don't know how to say it right. He had an hiatal hernia.
An anal hernia. What the hell is he up to?
No, hiatal. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. He had a pretty
a hiatal. I think it's a hiatal.
Yeah, he had a pretty serious issue. Guts coming out that it's going to take a little while for him to get back to where he needs to be. So I think he's next year's picture, not this year's picture. So I do think there's a pathway, and I wouldn't put it past him to maybe beat Roman. I don't know how we get that story going, but Roman's a part-timer.
Yeah.
It only makes sense for Roman to beat CM Punk. It just does. It sells tickets. Like, that's why people are going to want to be there, right? But maybe Roman at SummerSlam. I just don't feel like they want to have Roman with the belt too long. He's just a part-timer.
Yeah.
Like, if I can't have you, at 2 out of the 4 Raws in a month, I don't want you as champ. I just don't. And that's as a fan. Like, I just don't want it. Like, I'm still kind of upset about this whole Roman CM Punk thing of, like, they have this great promo, and then we know we ain't getting nothing until WrestleMania. Like, Roman's like, peace, I'm out. I'll see you in 2 months. That's why he made that decision so quick.
Isn't he supposed to be back here in the next couple weeks?
I think he might be back for an appearance early March, I think. I saw something about him being back, but come on now. I just don't like Roman carries a lot of weight. There's no doubt about it. He's been the big dog. He sells tickets. People want to see him. But then that's also the problem. People want to see him. And as a part-timer, he can't make the commitment to us to really build a story. I love John Cena. I loved seeing John Cena so much last year. What was one of the problems about the John Cena retirement tour? There were stretches where he showed up and then he was gone for 3 weeks. That took all of the momentum. And that's kind of what I see from Roman. When he comes back, it's like, oh, he's back. And then he's gone again. So you don't get to, you just don't get to build anything with him. That's why I don't want him with the belt. So
yeah, LA Knight's in there. He wrestled the most of anybody in 2025. He's definitely likable on the mic. He's definitely got all the personalities. He can play good guy, bad guy, and everything in between. Strap a championship to him and let him see how he carries it. He was United States champion for quite a while on SmackDown. And the next progression at 41 years old is you got to give that guy a chance to see if he can run the company for a little bit.
Right. At least a little while, man. He's just he's just one of your top characters in ring wrestlers. He can do everything. He's good on the mic. He can partner up with anybody. He makes Jay and Jimmy Uso look good last night. Like, sometimes I will agree with you. I'm at the point now where the yeeting can be a problem. I didn't even mind the yeeting yesterday. I was like, okay, yeah, yeet your way down to the ring and let's fight. Let's go. All right, last one for you. Matt Cardona has recently come back to the WWE. And it's a weird coincidence that he's like the men's division's Chelsea Green. Like, there's just they're not doing anything like they could do with him, to the point that I'm like, man, you were the indie god. Why'd you come back? Besides getting to travel and hang out with your wife. Like, I understand that part. Like, you get to travel
and getting a bigger paycheck, right?
He's probably getting a bigger consistent paycheck. But it's also like they're not, like, I don't know where their vision was for him. Like, they've done nothing with him since coming back. Best thing that happened to him is Kit Wilson totally hit him, knocked him down from behind and called him toxic. That was like the best moment he's had. Besides his match where he came out as Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
For the John Cena retirement tour tournament, he came out as Zack Ryder, and that was fun. But since then, I mean, the guy's good in the ring. He's definitely got it. They're just not doing anything with him. Is he the men's division's Chelsea Green?
Yeah, it just happens to be that they're married together, right? Yeah. But I think that Matt Cardona is someone that if Triple H is true to his word, it could be a slow burn. They're not just running him up the flagpole right now down our throats. They're just making him get a little bit of exposure, getting him into the flow of things. Maybe he gets a U.S. title match against Carmelo Hayes, wins it, and then that propels him to like getting to be noticed a little bit. I mean, Matt Cardona, there's no reason why he would play low ball coming back to the Fed than in essence, if it was just about the money. If it was just about the money, then I can see that. But if it's about glory and prestige and having a WWE title run, I think that you got to let it play out. His marketability is the same as Joe Hendry for me. Like they're the same person.
Everybody believes in Joe Hendry, Ron. Everybody.
Nobody believes in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's terrible. That's my one that I would like to go in the ring and just pin him in like 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like for real. I hate Joe Hendry.
When Joe Hendry's fighting at WrestleMania, you're really gonna hate it because it's gonna happen.
Not this year, thank
Not
God.
this year, but it's happening.
When it happened last year, I hated it. I was like, this is the worst WrestleMania ever when Joe Hendry got on it.
It's gonna be on the radar. All right. Let's talk. Oh, wait, hold on. One last. I guess we're gonna start talking Elimination Chamber. And I did see this come up, so I wanted to talk about this with you. Look at what we're getting on Friday, baby. Damian Priest, Carmelo Hayes, and Trick Willie, baby. This should be good.
Should be really good.
I mean, Carmelo Hayes' matches since right before he won the U.S. title have been really good. So I expect nothing less in this match.
Carmelo Hayes is a talented wrestler, but they put him on ice for so long that it's like I have to get re-revved up for him because like the real deal of it is that he was just having matches with The Miz. And when you're with The Miz nowadays, I'm just not really excited because The Miz isn't the main event player. So I know that when you're paired with him, they're not really taking you seriously. And it's cool to see them taking them seriously. But if I'm looking at this match coming up on Friday night, there's only one obvious person that could win this match.
After what happened on Raw last night, Trick Willie is winning.
Right.
And I'll give you a hint at who's going to win next Monday. And it hasn't even been announced yet. Oba. Oba. I mean, that would make sense to me. Javon, Oba, and Trick all in Elimination Chamber. All fighting for that chance. All having those moments of, oh, they're going to win. Are they going to go to WrestleMania and face Drew McIntyre? No. Cody Rhodes is going to win. But they'll be there. They'll be there. That's my prediction. I think Oba and Trick. I think Trick's going to win this match for sure.
I'm thinking about Oba being a winner in the. I don't think they want him to take a loss like that. I think that in the match that he's in the qualifying, I think somebody else is going to take the loss because I think he's got a bigger viewpoint of WrestleMania. So I think that he's going to probably end up facing Brock at WrestleMania. They're not going to have him take a fall inside of the Elimination Chamber because he's not going to win it. So what the other alternative is they can't let him in. That's the same thing for Gunther. Like you may have a Gunther versus Brock versus Oba Femi match at WrestleMania.
I'm looking to see if they've scheduled it yet. I don't think they have. Yeah, they haven't put out who the last Raw Elimination Chamber qualifying match is yet. So we'll see. But that makes sense.
I see Oba, Brock, and Gunther having a triple threat for just bragging rights. 3 big men just slapping meat with each other at WrestleMania.
Would you say that it's possible that Oba is in a qualifying match and then something happens to where, he's knocked outside the ring and the other 2 finish the match? That
Maybe
way he doesn't.
Brock Lesnar comes out and interrupts or makes an appearance. Oba goes to go and take him out, and then the other person takes a fall in the match. I don't see Oba in the Elimination Chamber, because if they put him in the Elimination Chamber, you better strap a rocket ship to him and say, okay, this is your time, Oba, to win the championship.
That would be cool. All right, so we're almost there. We're almost Elimination Chamber. It's next weekend. I think we talked about this match a little bit last week. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. Decent promo last night. Becky's character since she's come back has been just hilarious.
Fantastic.
Did you see the Becky Awards that she handed out?
No.
She gave herself like best of everything. And she gave some people like she was like best tag teams, and it was Becky Lynch and anyone, and then the New Day. It was like best female performer, best social media presence, worst GM. Was that like it was pretty funny. You got to look it up. It's pretty good. Her social media game is her and Drew McIntyre's social media game is top notch. They are really good. So, is this a match that you are expecting to be pretty good?
I think that Becky can make anybody in that division look good. I don't know what AJ's stamina is going to be, because she hasn't been around. She's wrestled 2 matches since she's been back. And with that being said, it's like, if you're going to put on a thriller, a quality match, something that people are going to look to and be like, you got to have some stamina in the ring. Now, granted, her husband is the world heavyweight champion. I know that they have a ring at their house, so maybe she's running the ropes at the house and everything like that. But I just, for my money right now, I think that they have to have Becky retain the belt somehow, so that she can go to WrestleMania and fight her again under like maybe a Hell in a Cell, maybe something last woman standing or something like that. Something to where there's something at stake at WrestleMania.
I can get behind that. Part of me just thinks AJ Lee's gonna get her to tap out in that Widow move, that submission move again, because that's how she beat her the last 2 times. So why not do it a 3rd time? That's how they write. That's how these writers write. So I like Becky Lynch a lot. AJ Lee's fun. I'm not sure about this match. I'm just not. Talked about this already. Finn Bálor facing CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title. I got to be honest. Like, I think Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu here makes more sense to me than Finn Bálor and CM Punk. Because CM Punk ain't losing. It's not happening. They're, it's in the marketing. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It's in the marketing. They are not losing that. So I don't see, unless you have like Finn Bálor snap and he gets disqualified and that's how he loses, but he kicks the crap out of CM Punk to bring the demon back out or something, some type of way to change his character up. They have given him back his old music, starting to show some friction with the Judgment Day. So there's something there. So I don't know what the end game is of this match. I feel like it's got to be something like that to get him out of the Judgment Day, maybe.
Yeah, I think that the only way that it would make it entertaining for this match is if Finn Bálor came out on Monday Night Raw as the Demon and says, you guys don't believe in Finn Bálor, but you will believe in the Demon, that kind of thing. And then you have the Demon showing up in Chicago versus CM Punk. That would make the match worth it, because if you go back in time, the Demon lost to Roman Reigns, which was one of his last defeats before he left. And that's when the ring snapped on the Demon. But Roman Reigns beat the Demon, and that would be a great rematch to have it at WrestleMania. The Demon versus Roman Reigns. Although CM Punk versus Roman Reigns is what's happening at WrestleMania.
Yeah. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns feeds family. So, it is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, I like Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor is great in the ring. He puts on good matches. Should be a fun match. It just like at the end of the day, we've talked about it. It's lazy writing when we can automatically predict the winner.
Yeah.
Moving along. I'm starting to get pretty excited for the women's Elimination Chamber. I see this going a lot of different ways. And we still got 2 more ladies coming in. Who do you think fills those last 2 spots?
Lash Legend and Charlotte Flair.
So Lash can't because she already lost her qualifying.
Oh yeah,
match.
That's right. She did lose.
But I would say Charlotte Flair is definitely one. I think it's going to be a weird dynamic because I think Charlotte Flair and Io Sky are getting in. Because Io Sky's on Raw against Kairi Sane. I can't remember who's the third person in that match. That one's already been announced. And I'm pretty confident Charlotte Flair is this Friday. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I think that Charlotte and Io, I think that you're right. It would have been a smarter play to have Lash Legend in there because and Bianca Belair, if she was healthy, of which she's going to be having surgery again. It's terrible.
Just like Charles Barkley says, it's terrible.
Terrible, Shaq. It's terrible.
So, I'm not quickly finding it, but I'm pretty I know Io Sky is in one. I'm assuming Charlotte Flair. I think that can start to build, like we've talked about. We need to get. It's been fun. 2025 was a fun year to have Io and Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. They've had some great matches. This may be the first time. In fact, I'm going to guarantee this is the first time that the WWE Universe will want Charlotte Flair to win Elimination Chamber and beat Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. That has never happened before.
Never.
The main audience has never rooted for Charlotte to win. And I think she's got so much goodwill from last year that the universe is actually ready for her to win another championship.
Yeah, with Bianca being gone, we need to have a quality champion because that's what's missing right now is we don't have any championship pedigree. I mean, I've told you about CM Punk. He was my dude, has been my dude, and it's time for CM Punk to it's time. It's time for him. His GTS is not his GTS is GONE.
Like you've got to really sell that GTS at this point for him. Like you've got to really like look like you got it in there and then whoo, fly backwards, right? Make it look good. I'm just keep thinking back to on SmackDown. Is it too early to just have Tiffany and Jade go at it again? Right? I think it is.
Yeah.
I think Tiffany's got to chase for a little while. And then like again, I'm assuming that Rhea Ripley, unless they're going to move her again, are you going to move her to SmackDown? Otherwise, why have her win and take Jade on at WrestleMania? I could see it, but then that has repercussions if that were to happen.
Then the Terror Twins could come back and be on SmackDown, and that could bring Damian Priest back. It's just been one of those things to where it has just been terror. Anyway, I could continue to bite you about it and everything like that. I'm not going to bite you about it.
But all valid points. So I do think Charlotte's getting in, and I am calling my shot. I think Charlotte Flair is going to win. Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Woo!
I think that's a good one.
And then again, I think you still have those opportunities during the match to show a little bit more between Alexa and Charlotte, a little bit more between Rhea and Io. Maybe Rhea's beating the crap out of Asuka, and Io decides that no, I can't. Like I still love Asuka, and she won't let her do it, right? And that kind of starts to starts getting them going like this. So it needs to happen. We need these ladies back in the main event scene. So
Yes,
it's
we
time.
do. Yes, we do. Yes, we
Time.
do.
All right.
And by the way, guys, drop a like or comment. We'd love to hear your comments. Subscribers are going up. We're looking to get to 300 in the next couple weeks. You know, we're a new show, but we're bringing it. We're just two old folks that love professional wrestling and just fans like yourself. And we get to talking about wrestling on here. And the best way we can talk is to have your inclusion in what we're talking about. So thanks for tuning in.
Who you calling old? I'm in my prime now.
I've been seeing you yawning, so either you're bored at work or you're tired.
No, man, I'm definitely not bored at work, but I am tired. I did not sleep well last night, so but we'll talk about that. All right. And then we come to the men's elimination chamber, which, as I start to think of it taking shape, we got a good cast of characters so far. Starting to, round out. Can LA Knight win? Can Cody win? Randy win? I feel like Cody or Randy are going to win. It's a little too early for Trick Willie. Although I don't mind if Trick Willie wins and goes to WrestleMania to face Drew. I think that's great too. I just don't see it happening.
I'm looking at, there's one person that sticks out on this page that could fight against Drew McIntyre, and he's looking right at us. Cody Rhodes. He's right there up center. And it's a tough bet to bet against him right now because he dominated Drew McIntyre for all year. The only thing is how is Jacob Fatu going to get into that match?
Right. Because that's what helped Drew beat Cody in the 3 Stages of Hell match, which was a great match. That's why, like, part of me is kind of like, if we get Cody and Drew at WrestleMania, how do we top that match? Because I feel like when you have these feuds, you got to step it up each time. And what else can they do to take this to the next level?
Hell in a Cell, triple threat.
I mean, they could do that. Now, how do we get Jacob Fatu into it? If Cody wins the chamber and he's going to face Drew, how do we force Jacob Fatu into there?
Well, I mean, like going back to when at WrestleMania 20, when Shawn Michaels forced himself into the Chris Benoit versus Triple H match. They were having a signing, and all of a sudden Shawn Michaels super kicked Chris Benoit and then signed his name to the contract, and then all of a sudden that made it a triple threat match. I don't know how they got away with that, but that's what happened. And next thing you know, they were having a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania.
I mean, you could do anything like that. I mean, they kind of copied that a little bit when John Cena was trying to back out of the SummerSlam match with Cody, and Cody knocked him out and then signed his name on there. So
and then John Cena got his head kicked in, and all of a sudden he became a good guy.
Became a good guy again. Miracles happen, Ron. Miracles happen. What do you think about Javon Evans being added to this group here?
I think it's good exposure for Javon. I think that so there's a couple things that I can see happen in an elimination chamber. So number one, I can see Dominic Mysterio getting involved in the match between CM Punk and Finn Balor to cause Finn Balor to lose the match, and that leads to Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. I can see Javon Evans maybe also being in that mix somehow, of him being in the triple threat or something like that for the Intercontinental Championship match as well. I don't know how they get there, but I can see that being a possibility as well.
Well, before that can happen, who's getting an Intercontinental Championship match? Penta. It might be time, fellas. It might be time. I'm so ready for it. I'm so ready for it. I will say I was thinking about Javon last night. Actually, I'll say this morning. I had to rewatch the match. I did kind of fall asleep, and then I woke up at the end. It was like, oh, Javon won. How did we get here? I don't know. It was a rough day. But after I rewatched it, I was like, so Javon's OG cutter is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And his when he flew out of the ring and they had the camera angle where you see like all you can see is the post, and then all of a sudden you can see Javon Evans clearing the post to hit Gunther and Dominic. It was like, oh damn.
Wow. Yeah, he's another level.
So when you see those things, go, whoa. The one thing that they did not do a great job of in NXT, that was okay. They really need to have him, like, who are you?
Yeah, have people get behind him, like his character.
Like, I don't know who he is. He's a fun kid. He smiles. He's got a really big smile, and he does really amazing athletic stuff in the ring. I don't know, like him and Logan Paul. I want to see him and Logan Paul in a match.
Dude,
Like,
I
let's
just
make that
realized who he reminds me of, Jeff Hardy. When Jeff Hardy
He
was
does.
young.
I would say that Jeff Hardy probably is one of his heroes.
Yeah.
I would put money on it. There's another guy. Did you watch season 2 of LFG?
Yes.
Trill London.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't even hide it. Like he dances like Jeff Hardy. His moves look just like he looks like the black Jeff Hardy. Good luck to Trill. Hopefully Trill does well.
Yes.
But yeah, I kept thinking about Javon, and I was just like, I don't know who he is. What motivates him? Who's his character? Like, they just haven't given us that part to Javon. That's why I don't think Javon would win, because I don't have enough to sell him yet.
Yeah, there's no way he could win this match. He's just a body to go in there and do Shelton Benjamin type stuff.
Would you say he's kind of like Roxanne Perez was in all the major stuff last year? She was in Elimination Chamber. She was in Royal Rumble. She had a big part in. I think she has a pretty good match at Evolution as well. Like, she was kind of a big focal point last year as her rookie year in WWE on the main roster. Would you say Javon's kind of like in that spot right now?
Absolutely, and I think Oba's going to be in that spot for this next year, but he's going to be in some high power matches going to Oba. I really hope great things happen inside of this match. You have LA Knight. If LA Knight was to win this for some reason and be able to go on and fight Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, I would be behind that match. Randy Orton, if Randy Orton was to somehow win this match and go to fight Drew McIntyre, I'd be behind this match. The only person I wouldn't be behind is Cody Rhodes. But then, like, what do you do with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania? So he has to win.
I think you can put a really damn good match between him and Jacob Fatu together. And we still don't know who knocked Jacob Fatu's teeth out.
Right.
He's coming after Drew and Cody. Like, they both had something to do with it. We don't even know. They haven't really even figured that piece of the puzzle out yet. So
that's true.
Could we? I mean, I feel like there's a way we could have, because Jacob Fatu getting involved with Cody and Drew is just to lift him up, right? Give him that rub and see what can he do with it. Can he match up with these top guys? Because he's awesome.
Jacob Fatu is for real.
When he cuts his little promos right before the match, I'm going from EBT to WWE, and I'm gonna beat your ass from coast to coast, post to post. Like, that's awesome.
You know what I mean?
I love it. Like, his whole demeanor and character, and I love that he's like the nicest dude in real life. Like, helping grandmas out with their walkers and like taking care of people, and he just knows what it means, like the great gift he's been given, the second chance at life, and he's not wasting it. I'm behind Fatu. Fatu's my guy. When we go to WrestleMania next year in Saudi Arabia, I am doing the Jacob Fatu meet and greet. It's happening.
In Saudi Arabia.
We're going, baby. We'll bring Shan with us too. I know he's fighting it, but we'll bring him. 3 of us. I think those are good odds.
All right, let's see where life takes us. Let's go.
Let's do it.
You got anything else to add to the show?
I don't. I again, NXT's on tonight. I'm excited. I love watching NXT every week. there's a couple characters that I'm like, when are we going to release these guys? Because I think there's enough talent. We don't need these guys anymore. Let's bring the next group up. Keanu Carver is the next beast, and he might be stealing Jasper Troy's shine right now.
Jasper needs to step his game up because Jasper was a superstar in LFG and when he came to NXT, but he's done cooled off.
Dude, his first big match was against Oba. He held his own. Of course, he put Oba through a car first, but then he held his own. He disappeared, and now he's the speed champion. Why is he the speed champion? That makes no sense.
None.
It doesn't. Like the speed championship is your mid card here. Let's have some fun, right?
Yeah, little dudes, right?
We don't need Jasper Troy needs to be up with the big dogs, and Keanu Carver was in a 7-person ladder match, which was really fun last week. That's when Joe Hendry won because Joe Hendry, that's what he does. He wins. Sorry, Ron. But Keanu Carver looked great in that match, and it made me go, "Oh, that's Jasper Troy's spot," and he already took it. I don't know if Jasper Troy like yelled at Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels told him to get his ass in the back of the bus, but Keanu Carver is right to the head of the class.
Right to the head of the class, that's for sure.
Oh. You heard it here first.
Everybody, we love having you guys here on Smack Talk and Raw. I'm Ron Stradamus, and that's Pinky. And you know what? You have your choice for anything that you want to watch podcast-wise. Listen to the beginning of our show. Our music rocks. And if you're not down with our music that we open up the intros with, I got 2 words for you. Suck it! See you next week.
Peace.
Yeah. Smack talking raw. Ron and Pinky in the house. We the main event, yo, the crowd gon' scream. Cena hit the ring, you can see me theme. CM Punk pipe